Joining us now are two friends of the Edwards family, Jennifer Palmieri and Glenn Bergenfield. And we thank you very much for joining us this morning, and please accept our condolences. Jennifer, let me start with you. Elizabeth, from everything we read, was clearly in charge in these last weeks and days of her life. What did she want most, and what did she want others to get and understand?
Well, she really wanted to not just, she wanted to leave behind a message to not just her family and friends, and we were grateful to be able to have a lot of time with her the past few days, but for the people that she had met along the way that had read her books, and that's why she wanted to post that message that she did on her Facebook page, which was to, even at the end of her life, to reassure people that she still felt that living a life that was filled with hope and really believing in resilience gave meaning to her life. And she said to me, she says, I know that being resilient and being hopeful doesn't mean you're going to have more days. It doesn't if you're fighting cancer, but it does mean that the days you have are going to be better. And, she thought that was the challenge of life, was to make the most of the days that you had. And she felt very good about that.
Glenn, let me ask you, you were friends with Edwards going all the way back to law school. What do you think Elizabeth's most important trait was?
Well, I want to say one thing about what Jennifer was just saying. One of the things that Elizabeth did for all of us was sort of prepare us while she was going through what she was going through, the difficulties of preparing herself to die. She was getting us all ready as well. And I think we've all been at the house for the last few days, and we've all been talking about exactly that, how it is that she took that burden on herself and did it like everything else that she did in her life without any complaint at all.
Jennifer, it's so interesting because it's clear, as we said at the beginning, she seemed to be in charge of all of this. We understand John was there. Was she at peace with that?
I mean, I can't speak for her about their relationship, but I guess I would say they were a family, and John and Elizabeth were separated, but that family with the children stayed intact, and they will remain a family. And when the family put a statement out yesterday, they noted that Elizabeth, we don't have her physical presence anymore, but she will always remain the heart of that family.
Glenn, just for a moment, if you could talk about her legacy, because she did mean an awful lot to a lot of people, and one of the things that Jennifer was alluding to was just this whole notion that she wanted understood she did not lose her battle with cancer.
Yes, and I think she didn't lose her battle with cancer. She didn't lose her battle with all of the troubles that may have beset the rest of us. And I think her legacy is exactly that you keep going. And Elizabeth seemed unafraid of anything I ever saw. I've known her since, as you were suggesting, since 1974, since the first week of law school. And I just haven't seen her afraid. And she's faced into the most horrendous thing that we can all think about, the loss of a child. And she's done it with grace. And I've seen her many times where people have just come up to her and just put a head down on her shoulder and cry, and she manages to reassure that no matter what the difficulty is, that one can go on in this life. That's her legacy as far as I'm concerned.
Glenn Bergenfield and Jennifer Palmieri, we thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us this morning. Do appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you.